Yeah.
So
We all.
we'll light up the, oh, okay, Megan, Megan Reed's jumped on. Oh, we've been hearing, like I said, some of you like have been keep it going. Have you guys been getting this? Have you guys been getting that? And I bet that is amplified through this group because a lot of us are picking up on the same sort of stuff. So first of all, let's talk about this portal. 1010 portal, whenever numbers are doubled, it amplifies the power of those numbers. So a lot of us have been feeling, let's say, since the last time we got on to do one of these, remember we were talking about the eclipse, and the theme of the eclipse was the energy of the water. And Roxy and I have been doing our best since that particular live with you guys to say, we're going with the flow. You know, we're gonna try and go with the flow. We're not gonna fight against the current. We're like allowing things to come to us and taking on as much as can resonate as possible. And of course, so much solar plexus energy of not being so attached to outcomes. Like, even though we know all this stuff, we still have to constantly remind ourselves that we're often really attached to something needing to work out the way we would like it to work out and not listening perhaps sometimes to our higher self, bringing it us that same energy, right? That same emotion, or even better, but in a way that we haven't worked out with our grey matter brain, right? It's like we got to learn to listen to our higher selves because perhaps there's something better coming, and we're there too busy blocking it, going, no, it's got to look like this. It's got to, why isn't this person getting back to us? What could it be? And Roxy's doing her best to turn to me and go, well, isn't it exciting that they haven't called back, right? That they haven't emailed? Because we're trying to, keep it positive and keep in that, well, it's got to be for a reason. It's got to be for a reason. But gosh, sometimes don't you battle with your 3D, right? Your grey matter brain go, when are they going to bloody respond? It's like far out, like waiting, waiting. So this dance between the two, I really want to let you guys know we have been feeling.
Mhm.
And while we're moving out of going with the water and going with the flow, what we're moving into now with the 1010 portal is now the energy is not going to be so subtle. Now
Mhm.
it's going to be more transformation, like it or not, right? It's like you haven't got the opportunity to kind of just go with the flow anymore. It's going to have a little bit more punch behind it, a little bit more oomph. And I had a discussion with Roxy like 20 minutes ago. I'm like, far out. Do I even make any sort of comment about water and shifts and changes with what's going on in the United States right now? However, we're moving out of being influenced by, let's call it, the element of water into air. And we often bring the galactic in with that as well, because coming up soon in the United States is going to be the first time that a comet is going to be visible with the naked eye since 1997. And all of you were alive and will remember in 1997 that comet Hale Bopp or something like that. Hale Bopp, 1997, visible with the naked eye. So this will be the first time. And for this particular comet,
The
I'm going to
Northern
butcher the
Hemisphere.
name, but I'll do it. This is for the Northern Hemisphere. I'm going to do my best. It's something like Szechuan, or maybe that's a dish actually at a Chinese restaurant. But it's something like that. It's something like that. Szechuan, otherwise known as Atlas, the Great One, the Transformer, right? They call it the A3, the Atlas Comet. It's going to be visible. So what this energy is going to mean is for all of us, things are going to be heating up towards the end of the year. And for a lot of you, you would have been warming up to this, needing a lot of sleep, crazy dreams at night, where you wake up in the morning like far out. Like I often have great dreams, but my goodness, a lot going on.
Mm.
What else have you noticed?
Um, a lot of change, a lot of transformation, and that urge to step up and step into what the Great Awakening really stands for. Like we've been deep in the healing, like all of you guys, over the last 5 years since, the kind of trigger point with the world shutting down. And so now it's like a feeling of like really wanting to step up and how can I be of service in a more powerful way? There's this undercurrent of energy that's like a push for me in particular, and to drop into the now moment a lot more and be present with right now and not thinking outside, but thinking right now with what's in my vortex, and really just using that and not expanding or wasting energy on projecting into the future, but bringing it back into the now moment, because that's really all we have. And so with this comment coming through, I thought it was very interesting, the name being Atlas, because that is the father planet sun in the Pleiades. And so the link of the father coming through and striking and saying, our children of earth, it is time, the Great Awakening. And I got chills as I say that. That force of father, the protector, the stable, to let us know, yes, dear children, it is time. I'm going to be the light in the sky and you're going to see me, and that is your sign. So I don't know, a lot of you guys are into this type of topic of synchronicities and different things like that. And, you'll be out watching the stars at night and you spot something, a flash or a moving object, just as you're thinking something very important to you or thinking about someone, and then there's a strike in the sky. That's not a coincidence. That's for you to have that reassurance that, yes, you're on the right path. Yes, there is deeper meaning to whatever you're talking about. So take that, hold that in your heart. This comment is going to be very similar to that, but on a global collective level, okay? Because it's so huge.
And with this, let's call it shifting energy. I was like, it's so, even right now, I'm looking at the screen, it says you got 100 people. 1010 portal. I mean, do we read too much into it? It's like, of course we do. Like, if it had said 1010 on the clock, I would have said, stop it. It's like all too much, right?
It's silly, man. 101. It's still got a 10 in
it. So with this, a lot of you would be probably noticing your higher selves coming through, right? I'm going to make sweeping statements. Most of you, right, on this call are learning to connect more with your higher self. You're certainly learning to listen to your multidimensional selves, the different aspects of you. And I'm sure when you go into meditation, have you had this, like your higher self go, remember, it's all right. Remember, it's all okay. All right. I've got you back. If you've had one of those days, you're like, oh my gosh, I think I just need to get the heck away from everyone and just meditate for a second. And you close your eyes, and within 10 seconds, it's like, calm down. It's okay. Right. Your higher selves come through. I've got you back. So it's like the veil's thin. We've got to trust that I'm going to go 99% of you on the call. It's like and for those of you that are close to this, the energy of what we're going to do today is going to sweep you along. No one's going to get left behind today. Our dear brother in Florida has just joined too. My goodness, he must have his generator on. God bless him, but he's on. So for those of you who have had that feeling of your higher self being in and around, the veil being thin, what this is helping you for your transformation is it's going to help you to connect more with your purpose, your dharma, what you came in to achieve. So like a lot of us, there's things on our spiritual to-do list, that friendship that doesn't really serve, that they're still hanging around and being a little bit of a drain, or perhaps it's to do with your job, or perhaps it's to do with your living arrangements, or perhaps it's to do with your health or a lifestyle choice or whatever it may be, right? And there's those things. Well, it's no more go with the flow, right? Atlas had the son and the daughter come together, Titan, and what was it? The sea nymph. the ocean, coming together to what? Create change. And that is what's there for us right now. So no more we're going with the flow. It's going to almost be the energy will just say, listen, you got to leave behind what doesn't serve you. I know you might be scared. And of course, we have this. But guys, big one I've been working on, the false belief of how long it takes to change. What I noticed in the last couple of weeks is I've had a false belief where I've told myself, it's taken me how many years, Jace? 48 years for me. 49
this
for
is
you,
really
brother.
good.
And 3/4 or whatever it is. It's taken me this amount of time to get to this place. So if I want to be a different version of me, it's going to take a long time to change. That's a false belief. Why can't I make a new decision and change right away? Why can't I shift to a new timeline? And through working with our dear friend Megan and some of the work that we were doing, what I found was it wasn't always about needing to go higher. Like usually I've got the shirt on, right? Raise your vibration, raise your vibration. But remember, raising the vibration's not always about going up because we expand in all directions. So as we're raising our vibration, we're expanding down as well. And what I've found is that more intentionally connecting into Mother Earth and really connecting into some of that ancient wisdom has helped me as well to be able to move and navigate through these different transformational energies. How can we use this then today, Roxy, for what we're doing with the group?
Yeah, so thank you all for coming and being the light to lead as a light worker, and feeling that urge to come and join in this light mission. We can see our beautiful brothers and sisters in Florida at this time. They've got a big storm coming for them, and that's going to bring a lot of devastation to the area. And at these times, we're to step up and send prayers. We are a metamorphosis thought field. Is that the right word?
Yeah. Well, we can create transformation.
And we can manifest, and we can also soothe energies if we all put our minds and hearts to that. And so that's really the intention for today. We can see that the portal is definitely opening up in big ways on the planet. It's very obvious. I mean, if you're not seeing the signs yet, I don't know how much louder they're going to get for you. So this end of the year, we're seeing the water and the storms cleaning out what does not serve us. Mother Earth is showing us where there's imbalances, and for us to cure those balances. And, the people of Florida, maybe not the cause of all of that, but it's really showing the imbalance on Earth as a total. And you all beautiful souls knowing this and anchoring the fact that we have to now balance and soothe and love rather than have wars and upset. Well, maybe this is our big sign from Mother Gaia to help us see, wow, we're still in this, this big storm globally. So I think today, we're going to talk about the next few months and, what's happening right in front of our eyes. And then we drop into a bit of a meditation and activation for yourself to cleanse and purify. And then we're going to remote view over to Florida and soothe the storm as best as we can and send our prayers to the people there for safety and for protection and for strength. And it can be devastating. There could be some deaths happening, and this is very sad. So if our hearts are there with them, they won't feel alone. And all of us have felt alone and scared before. So we will then be their kind of guarding angels from the sky with our light and our strength to hold them stable through a hard time. That's what we're here for. There's no I in team. So we all have to join together and realize and recognize that, yes, we're having our own individual experiences in our reality. However, we're a part of such a bigger cause, the oneness. And if we really want to ascend and go higher in frequency and wider in vibration, we have to come together. We have to help each other. And a lot of people talking about false beliefs, They've got a false belief that they can't ask for help. I had it. How dare you ask for help? I don't want to seem weak. Weakness, that's not a weakness. It's saying, hey, I'm not going to give up here, but I need some help, guys. Thank you for helping me, right? So stand up. If you need help, be clear. Don't be blurry. You want to be clear cut with communication if you're asking for help. Hey, I need some help on the weekend with my kids. Are you free? Or, hey, I need some support here emotionally. I'm going through a heavy time. Can you just listen to me? See how clear that was? It's not blurry, it's very clear. So if you need help, speak up, use your voice, be brave.
And this is a continuation, but of course, magnified from what we talked about with the eclipse. Remember, we spoke about truth, and haven't we we've had to remind ourselves of that lesson. Like, these things aren't simple, like some of these things that you got to work on. It's like, it's cutting. You talk about it all metaphorically and the concept until you've got to get to the moment where someone speaks to you condescendingly or in a way that is just not aligned with how you want to do business or be treated within your family structure or be treated within whatever it is, your work structure, relationship structure. And you've got to actually say, I don't speak to you like that. I never would, and I don't appreciate that. And sometimes it's like, whoop, when you've got to say that.
But see how clear he was? Rather than not saying anything at all. He's just like, what's your tone? What's your language? I don't speak to you like that. It's just stepping up into your power and being the frequency that you want to become. I mean, if you walk away and you don't say anything there, you're welcoming another opportunity for that to be coming into your vortex, to be spoken to again in a condescending way. Because you're saying to the universe, I'm not confident in what I am yet, right? So don't be scared to speak in truth, but be clear cut and be clear with your communication about exactly what it is, because that's truth. When we're in false, we're in a low vibration. The truth is the highest form. So if you don't like the truth and it feels awkward to say it, you'll feel so relieved after you do say the truth and you do share how you feel, because you're in truth. Hey, I'm feeling overwhelmed and stressed right now. I need some support.
And what I will add to that is, for some of you who we've been chatting to more recently, remember that word that came through? Finesse. So it's not brutal truth, right? Brutal truth is the old way, right? Like, sometimes you might feel like speaking the truth, which is, you are such a whatever, right? And someone might really be deserving of the brutal truth. However, whatever we put out into the field, remember, loops back on us. So when even if someone is immensely frustrating, rude, condescending, pushy, and out of line, we've got a beautiful divine example of this that happened recently to us. And I had to speak my truth. And certainly I immediately felt like, when you feel the blood flow to your neck and you're like, far out, am I getting blotchy? Because I'm feeling like I'm ready to tell this person to whatever, right? And you're like, I don't really appreciate the way this is going right now, blah, 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 blah. And you stand in your power and you hold firm. And even though we wanted it to go a particular way, the fact that the person was completely out of line, we've just decided to trust that we're just not going to be around that sort of energy. This is for you guys, right? This message of own your truth, step up into it, be authentic. Because remember the message from last time, it's flowing through here. It was go with the flow, be your authentic self. Now it's like, be your authentic self, right? Stand in your truth. Why be your authentic self? Because that's your gift for the world. That's aligning with your dharma, your purpose. What did you come in here to do in this incarnation? You came in here to be the most natural version of you, your inner child, that spark, that cheeky, that sense of humor, that playful, free of the old judgments and all of those sorts of things. This is aligning with our purpose. So for a lot of you, you're going to move into this transformation and it's going to be freeing. And while there might be a fair few what the old version of you might have called triggering events going on in the world, and wouldn't you agree? Crazy stories. My goodness. Like, thank goodness we don't talk about conspiracy theories here that much because there's some beauties going on at the moment. And it's like, couldn't you just go down that rabbit hole? And of course, as you know, as you go down that rabbit hole, it takes you into, you get fearful, angry, holy heck, what about this, that, or the other? And it's like, this is what we're going to prepare for first. Clear all that stuff out of the field before we do this light mission, right?
And so just quickly, we are moving in a time of change. Okay. So we can see it on the big stage. There is a massive circus happening in town, right? The political parties. And so what brings with this uncertainty for the individuals around, and a lot of you on this call right now have been feeling this, is the pause or the waiting. Anyone feeling that? Like waiting for something big to happen or waiting for this to be over because you know it's a phase. So remember back when the world got shut down through the virus, and we'll just leave that at that. But we all started to transform, okay, us way showers. If you're on this call, you're a way shower. You're an old soul. You woke up first. You were ripe and ready to go, baby, right? So there's a whole nother wave behind us that need to be, I guess, watered for their seed to open and grow and wake up from their sleep walk. Yes. So that is happening. Oh, got chills all over the next 3 to 4 months. That is why we are in a waiting phase. This political grand circus act is playing out for a purpose. So let's accept it and honor it because it's waking up the others. It's pouring water and fertilizer on their soul so they start to pop open, or we like the analogy, the popcorn. The popcorn starts to pop in the microwave. You know, it's getting ready for the show. Okay, so what we need to do in this time, it's gloomy. Like we've seen the energy, it's heavy, right? But you are all lights. You've trained for this millions of lifetimes, right? You've trained for it for the last 5 years, some of you 20 years on this call, right? The beautiful first wavers. Oh my God. Thank you for anchoring this light for us to follow in your footsteps. This next 3 months is going to be hard for a lot of people. They're not going to know. They're going to be so confused. Remember what you felt when you woke up back 4 years ago or 5 years ago when I know because that's when we woke up, right? We weren't fulfilled and then we found out about all that 3D grossness on the big stage and the corruption and everything. But we also went into an awakening within ourselves. So we got double whammied all at once. And this is what's going to happen to these second wavers that are coming to be woken up in the next couple of months. So the circus act is playing out it has a reason. Okay, there's a divine order here. So trust and hold stable through the next couple of months. Financially, a lot of you will be feeling this pause. Okay, and it's okay. You have to just hold on until the end of the year. January comes, I'm getting chills, so many chills. January is like the sun is coming out. There's rainbows starting to form again. Okay. And this is metaphoric. This is the energy. This is what we're reading, and where someone's getting goosebumps and kind of agreeing here, because you're probably wondering, oh my God, I feel like I'm in a waiting, looping energy. Like, what am I to do? Okay. What are we to do? We know the forecast, the weather, the galactic forecast. It's going to keep bombarding the planet. There's going to be hurricanes and storms, and we have to stay stable. What is the thing to do? Raise your vibration. Do the most that you can do with what you know, with your tools that you have, that you've been training with. breath work, high frequency food, clean water, go exercise, listen to only good information in the mind. If you start turning on that news, you will fall into the energy flow. That's what it's designed to do. It's a trickster magician that's manipulated energy through news portals so you stay in a frequency and you do not grow, right? It's a spell. So trust that you are not that. You are above that. Yes, for sure. Go have a little quick look. Get out of it again, right? Don't stay in that vibration. You be as high frequency as you can. Like listen to the good information, the motivational information, and be around the people that are uplifting, not gossiping. Coffee and gossip, no. You know, stay in a high frequency where we're like learning and from each other, and we're listening to their perspective to understand where they're coming from. Because if someone has a viewpoint on something, maybe you should learn, like Source is learning from all of us, and raise your vibration from a higher standpoint and be like, oh my God, they see it from that point of view. Amazing. That's interesting. Don't attach to it. Just be cool, right? So like there's going to be a little bit of friction going on, and that's what this soothing is going to, like this light mission, that was the inspiration for it. The frequency word that came through was soothing, right? We can't do the work for the other people, but what we can do is be the guardian angels and hold stable, right, with what we know. And yes, it's all going to be okay. I know you're awakening. It's crazy. There's so much corruption. I understand. But the real work is when you go into yourself and remind them, you just got to focus on you, not what is not on the exterior, right? So the next 3 months going to be tricky. Just batten down the hatches, double down on your grounding, double down on nature. So nature is actually going to go through the transformation before the humans, the animals and nature. The earth is already moving into higher frequencies. Okay. So it's grasping and soaking in like a sponge these galactic energies into the frequency of 2D. It is shifting into a higher frequency. So the shift, when we're talking about this shift, it's gradually happening now, right? Maybe there's going to be a big bang. I don't know. But we're not waiting for that. Don't wait for something in the future timeline that you don't know what's happening. It's happening now. Now is all there is. So ground in that everything's going to work out even better than you would imagine. Don't get lost on the road where it says, we need to prepare for the worst, and there might be a big wave or I don't know, comet that hits the planet, and we're in a higher frequency now. We're moving up, not down. So now is the time to enjoy what you have in front of you in your vortex. Like not later. Now is what you've been wishing for, right? So enjoy this level, enjoy what you have in front of you, drop into nature. So nature is one of the things that's going to help you transition into higher frequencies because it's already on a vibration. When you're lost in the 3D of human matrix, working in the office or whatever you're doing and around toxic people, disconnect and go to nature or be around animals because their frequency will enhance and recharge your vibration. It's energetic. Okay. And this is the best way to move through these times. If you're lost, go to nature. It will hold you. Connect to Mother Gaia. We've forgotten that she is an ally, a very big, powerful ally. And Source is as well. And so you're in between. You're the conduit, Source, you, and it's meant to be a clear channel down into the earth. That's we're all connected, but we forget to connect that, right? So every morning, even getting up and acknowledging Source, acknowledging yourself, acknowledging the humans on the planet, the earth. Thank you, Mother Gaia, for holding us and nurturing us, right? And just sit in gratitude because the planet is actually the mother that you've been looking for. You want more love? Go to the earth. You want a nest to sit in? Mother Nature is a big nest. She's a woman. It's a female energy. So you want to fall into the arms of a mother maybe that we didn't have, right? And be nurtured and kissed and loved. That's it. That's the answer. Oh. Is that all that we were to talk about?
Yeah, that was great. Very good. I couldn't help but laugh about the news. You know, you like pop in and have a look, get back out again.
Yeah.
It's like cracking that block of chocolate, you know, and you only plan to have 2 bits. Next minute, you've nearly eaten the whole block, and you feel regret. You're like, oh my gosh, I shouldn't have done that. Yeah, beautifully said. So we got to be really careful what we feed into our brain and mind. I've really been getting honor your frequency. You know, honor your frequency. It was like recently I was around a group of people and I literally, without even politely excusing myself, the conversation just went to a level where I won't say ran, but energetically, I ran out of there. It was like just couldn't go on with them. And that it went to politics, and people started going, I hate that person. They drive me effing crazy. And I just was like, holy mackerel. I just don't want to be even people I don't prefer, I don't say hate about anyone, anything, any situation. Like that's a word I don't even like to use. And Roxy and I, even more and more, are working on basically not even swearing about anything. It's like to catching every sort of frequency at the best you can. Look, if you kick your toe, look, it's not up, right? But you get the idea. It's like judge not, lest ye be judged. But so really be careful about what you project on other people. Why? Well, because those of you who are free of sin can cast the first stone, right? Well, shivers, that'll shut a fair few people up. How many? Everyone, right? Everyone. Like, who's free of sin and is going to cast the first stone?
No.
So we've got to learn not to judge. So what we're going to do before we go into really being of service is I have the great pleasure of guiding you guys through a really quick cleanse of your field, because you've all had a beautiful hot shower before, right? And at the end of it, felt cleaner, fresher, and better. And the exercise that I'm going to take you through is like a hot shower, but because we've got 105 like-minded people on this call, and when the same number of beings think the exact same thought and go through the same process together, we create what's called a morphogenic thought field. This cleanse that I'm going to take you through is like standing under a monsoon shower. You know, we've all had plenty of great hot showers, and every now and then you go to a hotel or a place and the water pressure's right and they've got like a super duper shower head, and ever stood there and gone, holy hell, this is like the best hot shower ever, right? This is what the combined mental focused energy of 105 positive light workers, old souls who are here going, hell yeah, let's like send some love and some light and some energy to this beautiful planet, to acknowledge my higher self, to let my soul song come down through me so that my enthusiasm, my spark, my humor, my joy is amplified, first of all, to be of service when we do this meditation and this cleansing that Roxy will take you through, but also so that I can just feel that resonance and that vibration and just be that when after this you go to dinner or you go to the grocery store or whatever you do next, right? Go to sleep and just feel that within you, that connection of the real you. And we're going to take that high vibrational energy and all of these like-minded souls, and then Roxy's going to guide you through the next part of this meditation.
So just quickly, guys, we turn down the cameras when we do.
Are you going to share what you're going to do?
Yeah. I'm on 2 different things here.
Yeah. I can see there's lots of
Francisco's on.
comments.
So I was going to see how Miami is right now. So Francisco, if you want to come on, let me know. Give us a little storm update. But yeah, we're going to remote view over to Miami, Florida, and we're going to kind of fly above the eye of the storm. the hurricane, and we're going to channel through light into this focused area right now. Okay, there's plenty of areas on the planet right now that do need help, but this is one that we're feeling called to come to. Okay, so with the 1010 portal, we're going to see a big portal open above it, and we're going to bring through with our intention to down and into this, and basically dump high frequency, which will soothe this storm, okay, of love. So what a storm frequency is fury, right? The action of the wind is like something's not happy, right? It's angry, right? So when we can bring the highest form of vibration through our clear vessels and be the conduit to serve, that's when some magic can happen. And so the whole intention would be to bring through the energy to soften the storm, essentially, right? So it's not so devastating for people. Chills. I know keep getting chills.
All the way through.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah,
so
yeah,
many
yeah.
people can relate.
Yeah. Hey, Francisco. Wonderful to
Hey,
have
Roxy,
you.
how are you? Hi, guys. It's very interesting what you're mentioning because there's a lot of people who's been working with their consciousness, working on the hurricane. It's been working for a few days. It has come down from 5 to 3. There were a couple of things that you mentioned. Yes, there are some entities that have been let go to run havoc, but we're showing that, our level of consciousness, because we're so powerful, we can bring this down. I do believe that it was going to be more devastating. Right now in Miami, there's nothing going on, thank God. We have a little bit of wind, maybe 20 miles, 30 miles an hour. Maybe tonight we'll have. Yes, everywhere there's been a lot of tornadoes. That's the biggest concern. But I really appreciate the job that you guys are doing and everybody is doing to really simmer down the strength of this hurricane, because we are so powerful. We really are. And the more people realize it, the better job we'll be able to do. And thank you guys, because you're doing a heck of a group. We have 100 people, and that's a lot of power right there. So thank you.
Mm.
Thank you for the update live in
Yeah.
Miami. Beautiful brother
But the
Francisco.
best-
How good's that? Thanks for jumping on, and so good that you got internet to do so. Okay, guys. So, yeah, we'll get started. So the idea of this is that we kind of drop into our own sensories. We close down the eyes. We get snuggled in your own space. You can lay down, sit up, feel comfortable. If you wear an eye mask to get deeper, you're welcome to put that on now. If you want to turn your cameras off, so you just like fully focused on the sound and our guidance, that is very welcome. We'll probably turn ours down as well. And then at the end, we'll come back on and say goodbye, see if there's any things that someone's seen or whatnot. And that'll be the end of today's session. So thank you so much for coming and giving your thoughts for this great planet and doing the inner work. If you have to go off the call, that is fine. You can leave, and we'll see you next time. Okay. We turn the lights down.
I'll just turn this one off.
Okay.
Okay. So just close your eyes. Direct your attention to your eyelids. Relax those tiny eye muscles and just let them go. And feel the relaxation moving like a wave slowly downward throughout your body. Relax. As you relax now, just invite you to tune into your higher self, feeling yourself connecting to that higher power, that source, whatever word or term you use for all that is, this divine loving presence in the universe, working through the many facets of you. Connect in with that as you start to call in around you now your spirit guides, your galactic team, the ascended masters. And just immediately as I direct my attention to it, feel the chills now as we call on the angelic realms as well to move in and around us, just feeling your heart open as we call on this divine guidance and assistance to help us all tune in and connect. So now setting the intention for you to connect to your fellow light workers located all around this beautiful blue planet right now on this call throughout Europe, North and South America, Asia, Australia, New Zealand, throughout the Middle East, feeling yourself connecting in with the love light of many of the souls that perhaps you'd crossed paths with before even coming in for this incarnation. Feeling into the warmth, the togetherness, and feeling those little lights lighting up around the globe, whether they are feeling the warmth of the sun on their face right now, or perhaps whether they're feeling the cold of the night on their back. You just tune into your soul family. And as we tune into one another, we start to synchronize our brain rhythms with one another. We start to align our frequency to one another. As next, we set our purpose on clearing our field to helping us all to be at our best and to raise our vibration and our frequency out in all directions like a circle. You may feel this divine guidance and help coming in through your crown, moving down through you. You may feel it coming from the support of your fellow brothers and sisters around the world. It may come up through your root chakra from Mother Earth. Just take whatever comes to mind to you as right now you set the intention to focus in on your root chakra, focusing in on yourself, your life, letting go of any stresses, worries, or concerns that may be related to this energy center, this frequency point of your physical vessel, your emotional, mental, or spiritual vessel, your entire mind, body, spirit complex. So feeling the vibrations of the color red spiraling in your root chakra as you just let it go. Anything that may be going on in and around your home, anything to do with your work, any fears, worries in and around finance, abundance, safety, perhaps security. Really tuning in and feeling that physical aspect of you, that aspect of you that vibrates closest to solid, your root chakra, moving into balance. Take a deep breath. And while breathing out, I invite you now to move your sense of awareness to your sacral chakra, tuning into the vibration of the color orange. As you let go and move into balance, any blocks, any inconsistencies, non-supportive energy in and around the sacral flow within your life. This could be to do with relationships, loving relationships, could be friendships, could be to do with family, could be to do with your relationship with yourself, and how this energy of new creations, inspiration, your essence and spark is coming out or moving through your life. If there's any blocks, if there's any stagnant energy, feel the support of the galactic, the support of these other light workers on the call, Mother Earth moving through you as you sense within your sacral chakra now the vibration of the color orange moving into harmony and balance, slowly turning. Excellent. As together we take a deep breath, you direct your awareness now to your solar plexus chakra. You tune into the vibration of the color yellow. And as you tune in to the color yellow, your solar plexus, this is your power center. Perhaps you've been feeling a little flat lately, unmotivated. You haven't had much drive or energy. Perhaps it's quite the opposite. You've been really had a lot on your plate and you're feeling depleted, drained in the area of your personal power, your will, your drive. Feel the energy and the vibration of the color yellow moving into your solar plexus as you feel into this beautiful angelic energy which is around us all, letting us know that it's going to be okay. Fear, worry, the stress, just a product of an overactive mind. If we feel into this energy that's around us, it will be absorbed by our solar plexus, and we will trust that the universe has got our back, that it's going to work out for the best. And we'll smile to ourselves as we know that simply acknowledging this and opening ourselves up to receive moves us to a higher timeline. It is so. It is so. It is so. And as we really feel into those three lower chakras being aligned now, I'd love you to celebrate as you now move your sense of awareness and take a deep breath. And on the breathing out, you feel into your beautiful heart chakra. As you feel into that heart chakra, just let yourself crack open. Let yourself just feel this relationship with yourself, perhaps that you're new to, perhaps that you're in the courting stage with, of repairing and learning to connect back in and get this inner child to flourish through you. Perhaps you've been working on the relationship for some time and you smile through the ups, the downs, the journeys that you've been through together. Reflect into the vibration of the color green, into that beautiful portal of the heart. And realize that as your heart opens, it opens like a flower. You can't rush it. It's a beautiful unfolding, which is just like the courting stage of any relationship that we have. The wonder, the excitement, the connection, you with yourself, and that aspect of source that is your soul song moving through the vibration of this open heart. As we lock that in and feel that heart chakra spiraling together, we take a deep breath. We move our sense of awareness now up to our throat chakra. We feel into the vibration of the color blue. And as you feel into the vibration of the color blue, you just feel yourself more and more moving into alignment with who you really are. Truth, authenticity, spark, joy, really feeling into what I'm getting is magical qualities in and around your throat chakra. With the energy of this 1010 portal, a lot of your gifts and abilities, you're going to be able to start to recognize within your being and actually be able to articulate them. You may notice that some sort of gift or ability that you had as a child, or something that you used to get so much interest from at a certain stage in your life, finding it soothing and an expression for your creativity, you're remembering that. It's coming back, and you actually articulate it either verbally or writing it out on paper. But it is the expression energy in the vibration of the color blue, which is being amplified by the energy of this portal. And as we take a deep breath, we lock in that beautiful balanced energy, and we move our sense of awareness now to in and around the third eye, the crown, the top of the head, the third eye, this whole area being stimulated by this energy. Your ability to be able to operate within the 3D but still connect to the 5D is getting amplified through this energy. Learning to be able to love and enjoy and celebrate the 3D aspects of life that have helped your soul grow to this point at the moment where now you can be the observer of yourself and life, but no longer the absorber. You don't need to take on what's not yours. Feel into and allow your higher self to move through you more. So your higher mind speaking to you through intuition, synchronicities. I'm getting numbers all around us. I'm getting now like the wings of butterflies, seeing feathers, rainbows. This symbolism is how the energy in the universe transfers through to us. The messages of you're on the right track, you're doing really well, keep it up. And you're going to be more and more open to those as this energy of the portal supports you. As we breathe that through, that beautiful, beautiful color of the vibration of purple, we now move up right in and around to the space about the top of our head to our crown chakra. And we just celebrate that crown chakra beaming, your violet flame glowing, as now you're in balance. You are a divine vessel, feeling the energy moving up from below, but now coming in through the top of your head as you celebrate the vibration of the color violet. For those of you tuned in, feeling the support of those Andromedan beings all around us right now, feeling almost, I could almost hear the flapping of the wings of the angels celebrating the opening of over 100 like-minded souls, setting the intention and supporting one another to move into this frequency of being of service, aligning with our mission, our Dharma, and living that out as a living meditation. And now we are going to move from this beautiful purpose into the expression of the divine feminine energy and allow this high frequency state to help us to be of service to the planet and to the collective.
Okay, guys, so taking a nice deep breath in through the nose and all the way down into the belly, and visualizing a beautiful golden bubble of light around your physical body in this moment. Offering this beautiful protection layer around your light body before we remote view. And again, breathing in through the nose all the way down into the belly, and experiencing and feeling this golden light orb hologram around you. And feeling this beautiful frequency of pureness supported by the divine and by your higher self. And now from your country, we're going to remote view, and we're going to go up into the atmosphere, directly up from your land, the country, the continent that you live and reside in right now. You're going to be connected through your silver cord at all times back to the body. We're going to be moving through quantum space across, remote viewing and astral projecting to the coastline of Florida. So taking a big deep breath and launching your light body out of your physical body, envisioning yourself floating up through the roof of your home now. Coming up and up, seeing the street of your house roof from an aerial perspective, going higher and higher, seeing your silver cord below. As you transcend and raise your frequency up for a bird's eye view of your town that you live in. Coming up and out, further and wider, perhaps seeing the state that you're living in from the aerial perspective. And coming out and higher to see the planet perhaps on a bigger scale in your mind's eye. Feeling yourself remote viewing out of your body, and trying your best to now float, swim, fly, levitate over in your light body suit and your soul frequency energies over to Florida and America, this coastline, the Gulf of Mexico. We're going to now join and often see lights on the field. Perhaps you're seeing some light workers joining this area. From a high altitude, we're going to form a circle. We're going to hold each other's hands. So visualizing in your mind's eye, holding a brother or sister from this call today. You might even see some angelic helpers or galactic teams around us. They're here also. So feeling into, visualizing, and holding the hand of your light buddy friend beside you on each side, and seeing a form of a circle creating on the field here. We're going to set the intention to open the portal above our head. If you look up in your mind's eye, you will see a big blue luminous portal. Taking a moment to feel this energy and seeing that it wants to open. This portal is opening. The time, the numbers, the synchronicities of this call with the eye of the storm, it's not a coincidence. So seeing this portal now open, and we're going to call upon Source, God, the divine, the universal energy, whatever you desire that label to be. Open your heart to receive with your intention to open the portal and welcome and ask to receive this high frequency light going through our circle with our light body friends down and into the areas of the earth. We're hovering just above Florida, and I can see that the energy is starting to come down. So the more that we can connect to this energy, this frequency coming from source, above the portal, through the column of light, through our circle that we've created, and down into the lands, we're going to see and visualize this running like a tap, like a waterfall, this beautiful white, luminous light coming from the divine to soften, to smooth, to bring love and the divine feminine energies that are needed so much on the planet at this time. Calling in for the highest form, the cleanest high frequency light to activate the planet, to soothe it, to remind us all of love and togetherness and truth. Holding the knowing of this frequency and giving thanks for the divine and our helpers to hear our call for help and support at this great time of this great awakening on this planet. Taking a deep, deep breath inward. And now focusing and being the conduit of energy. If this energy is spilling through your being, allow it, open your heart and see this beautiful waterfall of high frequency energy coming into the planet, going into the waters, the codes, to activate truth, softness, gentleness, strength, gratitude to all of the seas, the waters, the waterways, the rivers that bind us all together. Calling in these codes, this frequency now to activate with this beautiful 1010 portal. And we honor and sit in so much gratitude for the ability to connect to these frequencies. And we all honor and hold with respect the vibrations that we are all at to receive. And we thank you all for doing the inner work to receive and to be able to be the conduit of energy at this time. So now we're going to take another deep breath in, and above us, we're going to focus on this energy still pouring through. This time we're going to send this energy to the earth, to the lands, to the people upon Mother Earth in the area of Florida, with the intention, the codes of strength, stable, and support. Helping them to feel the courage to know that they will be safe through this storm, to hold stable and honor the storm as it clears the dense energies that do not serve us at this time in this area. We also send and pray that everyone is kept safe and come together for a positive result of love and togetherness through these turbulent times. And just seeing this light invigorate and shower the souls in this area, one by one, being this conduit for them to receive this light, this frequency that is needed within them right now, to help them stay anchored to the earth and to not give up hope, and to also to hold faith that everything is going to be okay. And feeling that deep in your heart and transferring that down through the codes of this beautiful white light, this portal opening this galactic energy to receive on this planet that will then have a domino effect across the world. And the third one now is going to be a deep breath in through the nose, all the way down to the womb of your belly. For the men, there's an energetic portal womb that you can breathe down and into, and exhaling out of the mouth. Calling in these codes now to soothe the storm, to soothe the anger that separates us at this time, to soothe any manipulation, any false energy flows that have been mixed up in this natural disaster, this blessing, to help us see where we're separate. Soothing like a mother rocking her baby to sleep, these codes shall bring peace into this storm to diffuse the frustration and the anger that lay in the skies. Breathing it in and with your heart opening, being the conduit to receive, and then passing it down through this portal, this circle that we have formed, and into the eye of the storm and the surrounding spiral of wind, waters, friction, and helping it to be soothed and loved and held and respected, that we now have seen that this is a sign that we need to come together and soften into a vulnerable soul-to-soul manner rather than having war and separateness. I'm seeing this beautiful pink light coming through the portal now, tuning into this softening, this blessing of softness from the divine feminine God. Seeing this come down and showering this storm to support it, to show it that we are here. The Divine Mother is here and does love the frustration and the anger and the separate as well, but to help hold it through its dark night of the soul. And this too shall pass. And almost seeing this dissolve and soften in your mind's eye to help the code settle, to know and to guide the energies into a softer energy flow so the impact isn't so heavy on the lands here and the seas. Almost sprinkling. I can see my guides are showing me this beautiful analogy. Fairy, I don't know, hundreds and thousands that we put on fairy bread. Sprinkling these beautiful bubbles of light codes to bring happiness and joy to this storm, this hurricane again. So seeing this beautiful fairy floss energy, this plasma light, it's still funneling down and in. It's moving across the planet. So seeing and helping this energy spread out and run like a river all the way around the globe. So seeing this from a very high vantage point, seeing Mother Earth being wrapped up in cotton candy of softness, sweetness, purity, love, joy. It is a circus, but there is beautiful cotton candy at the circus that we can enjoy as well. So seeing this beautiful light frequency wrap around the earth, this portal helping us to rug up for the winter in America, these next couple of months while we sort out the acts on the big stage, allowing us to be settled, knowing that we shall not fear, and we will come together once again. So visualizing this beautiful energy and saying thank you to Mother Earth for showing us our shadow. Thank you for reflecting this in a big way so we can have more souls wake up. It's all divinely placed. And in your heart now, holding your heart on your body, saying thank you to yourself for the inner work that you're doing. Thank you for showing up to this portal, to being a part of something so much bigger and grander than you could have ever imagined. I know it was only a few years ago that you were unaware of this mission, that you are an old soul and here for service. And it's a pleasure to be in this mission with you all. So thank you so much for coming today. And just showing deep gratitude for the souls that are at and in Florida at this time, holding and anchoring truth, stable and strength for the lands. And now is the time that we will fly back to our continents. So you might want to give a little cuddle to the light brother and sister that's beside you. I can see a lot of you are in such a celebration energy right now, the power of coming together. Beautiful, big, bright lights, love, service, showing and leading the way of togetherness, which is muchly needed on the planet right now. Taking a deep, deep breath and letting go of the light body's hand beside you. And taking a step backwards out of this circle and just reviewing while you're up here the soft pink that guides our planet home to love. And seeing this beautiful blessing that you've been a part of today. And sliding back down. Sometimes we like to slide back down from the astrals, from the quantum field through a kid-like way, which is through a slide that we often find at the park. As a kid, we'd slide down these plastic slides, a yellow slide, a red slide, a green slide. So you can take a fast track down, you can float back down to your continent, remote viewing back into the body. So taking and visualizing a slippery slide and getting in it and taking the ride down back into earth, enjoying the pleasures of being a part of this physically on the planet. Perhaps some of you didn't really take a slide down into the planet knowing what mission you had ahead. This is an opportunity for you to reroute the programming and your central nervous system. So sliding back down, finding your continent, flying across to the land that you live, going down slowly through the membranes of the fourth dimension, sliding down through the third dimension into the time space that we live in, coming closer and closer to the state that you live in, zooming in like Google Maps, coming down into the town, seeing the beauty of this creation that mankind have made, the roads, the house that you live in, seeing that from the aerial perspective, your beautiful car parked outside perhaps, and having so much gratitude, sliding down and in through the ceiling and welcoming your light body, your soul, the real you back into the physical form, in through the head, the shoulders, the torso, the legs, feeling that energy coming back and in. Taking a deep breath to integrate and merge the two, and just visualizing your beautiful cord into Mother Earth and honoring her, feeling the tailbone, even squeezing the bottom together to acknowledge the physicality, and seeing a beautiful cord going down and in through the roof, the floor, the lands, the layers of the lands of the earth, going all the way down into Mother Earth and anti-clockwise, wrapping yourself around her core 3 times, seeing this number 1 going around, number 2, number 3, feeling very secure in this earth space, saying yes to the human experience and moving your body gently as you bring your awareness back up to the body, wriggling your toes, your fingers, opening your eyes. Coming back to reality.